Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bible and Beyond podcast. Welcome if you're new. I am your host, Louise St. Cyr. And today's topic, we're going to talk about something I call the Snow White effect. And if you know about the fairy tale Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, you know that the wicked queen hated her because of who she is and wanted to be like her, so she spent a lot of time in the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Here we go. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? She wanted to be Snow White. She wanted the mirror to say her because she was comparing and contrasting herself to Snow White, and she got very angry and jealous and envious because she wasn't Snow White. And she never will be Snow White. So she might as well be herself. Which is going to lead me into scripture that talks about why you should not want to be someone else, instead be yourself. It is the 10th commandment, and we can find the mention of the 10th commandment in Exodus 20, verse 17, and Deuteronomy 5, verse 21. And the 10th commandment states, "You shall not covet your neighbor's house, nor your neighbor's wife, nor your neighbor's male or female servant, nor his ox or his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's." I mean, isn't that very clear? And let's define the word covet. Maybe some people don't know what the word covet means, so let's be very clear and concise on the definition of covet. It says to have an intense desire or craving for something that belongs to another person. That is covet. That is being jealous. That is being envious. That is wanting something that doesn't belong to you. Okay? And when we get into the Snow White effect of things, of wanting what belongs to someone else, you become, it becomes kind of psychotic. And then it leads into becoming a dangerous individual, because it'll lead you to unthinkable thoughts and thus deeds. Some people go as far as carrying out those crazy thoughts of wanting what belongs to someone else. You'll start getting jealous. You start, telling lies, falsehood on another person. Another thing that you should not do. It's another commandment. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, okay, or against another person. That's essentially your neighbor. Your neighbor is not just someone who lives next door to you. It's anyone in the world. That's your neighbor. And so bearing false witness and, telling lies and going as far as, destroying things of your neighbor because you're jealous, and, you will steal from your neighbor because you're jealous or envious, coveting, and the worst of it all, murder, like that of Cain versus Abel. That is what wanting to be someone else does to you. It brings in compare and contrast on a very dangerous level. Okay? And it's long been said that comparison is the thief of joy. I'll also say it's the thief of peace. It's the thief of happiness. It's the thief of being yourself, being true to yourself. It's the thief of all of the things that matters, comparison. And so being yourself is one of the most beautiful aspects of self that you could ever partake in, because you're one of a kind. Being authentic is being one of a kind. It is a unique aspect of self, because the fact is no one can do what you do like you do. It is the same as our fingerprints. Neither one of us, no two person in this world, isn't that amazing, has the same fingerprints. Even our individual fingerprints are different from the other. So the fact that no one has the same fingerprints shows us just how unique we are unto thine own self. And you should honor that. You should embrace that. And here's a scripture that says that perfectly well. In Romans 12, chapter 12, verses 6 through 8, it says here, we have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us by God. If your gift is prophesying, then prophesy in accordance with your faith. If it is serving, then serve. If it is teaching, then teach. If it is to encourage, then give encouragement. If it is giving, then give generously. If it is to lead, do it diligently. If it is to show mercy, do it cheerfully. It's essentially saying whatever you were put here to do, do that. Don't look at what your neighbor is doing. Don't compare and contrast what your neighbor is doing, what your neighbor have, and that you don't have, blah, 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 and start getting jealous and envious. No, God gifted us each with essentially just as important gifts and talents. Use them, honor them, and use them. Be happy with what you have. Okay? If you focus more on what you have and what you're able to do and capable of doing, you can enhance your life. You can add to your life. Like the things of your neighbor. It's okay to say, wow, my neighbor has a Lamborghini. Wow, I would like a car like that. But don't go, oh, my neighbor has a Lamborghini. He or she shouldn't have it. It should be mine instead. And then that's when psychosis or sociopathy takes root within you. All the evil thoughts, of doing the unthinkable, like Cain did to his brother Abel. He slaughtered Abel because he was jealous. Okay, same thing with, I think it was Esau versus Jacob, or Jacob versus Esau. He wanted his brother's birthright because he was jealous and didn't feel like he had enough, or his own wasn't good enough. It is a problem. The Snow White effect is a real problem that gets people not appreciating who they are and what they have and what they bring to the table or to this world, because they're too busy comparing and contrasting and coveting what someone else has, instead of focusing on what they have, so that you can use your gifts and talents in your own unique way that God gave them to you. He graced them to us. It's not even because we deserve them, because he loves us why he gave us those things, those gifts, those talents, those skills. Appreciate them. Because you see, you can wind up behind bars, coveting what thy neighbor has, what someone else has that you want for yourself. Instead of saying, wow, my neighbor just bought this new house. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for them. I pray that one day God will bless me to use my gifts and my talents and my skills to be able to do the same. No, instead you say, oh my gosh, she just got this beautiful mansion. How did she get that? She doesn't deserve that. I deserve it. Or like one of the craziest things, personal experience, and I won't mention names, of whose mouth this madness came out of, this insanity, this hatred, jealousy came out of. But it was said to me at one point, those children are too beautiful to be your children. Those should have been my children. That is coveting thy sister. Oh, jeez. That is coveting what another person has and wanting it for yourself when it doesn't belong to you. It's not yours. So why do you want what someone, oh, look, wow, she just got married. That's a handsome man. She doesn't even look that good. Why the guy love her like that? That should be my husband, not hers. Instead of saying, wow, my neighbor just, congratulations, guys. I'm so happy for you. And in the back of your own mind saying to yourself, okay, I wish one day God will bless me with a husband like that type of thing, but not wanting someone else's husband, or saying they don't deserve that man because he's too good looking for her, or whatever. It's crazy. Those things lead you to think and do the unthinkable, just like Cain did to his brother Abel when he slaughtered him, just like an Esau stole, or Jacob stole, I can't remember which way it goes, stole his brother's birthright, pretending to be him. Go to the point of pretending, put on false hair on his arms, pretending to steal his brother's birthright. We have it today. New age birthright theft is called destiny swap. People are out here wanting what belongs to somebody else. This is the problem. This is the ills of the mind that the Snow White effect has on people when they pick up the mirror and not pleased with themselves. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? It can't be Snow White, it must be me. Type of thing. It's mine, not hers, type of thing. That she didn't want Snow White to be happy. She didn't want Snow White to have Prince Charming. She wanted Prince Charming for herself. So she casted spells on Prince Charming, and to make him want to look at her versus Snow White. She wanted what belonged to Snow White, from her marriage to her children, any future things or present things that belongs to Snow White. Snow White's wealth, Snow White's inheritance, whatever it was, the Wicked Queen wanted it for herself. And this is the disgusting, poisonous nature, mentality of the Snow White effect. You must rid yourself of it. It can land you in prison or jail or worse. Things happen. So be yourself. It is beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful aspects of self. Learn to appreciate your own gifts and talents and feed them, nurture them, so that you can build that life that you want, that someone else has. Don't desire having someone else's life or someone else's blessings or someone else's gifts. Honor your own. Appreciate your own. Build on your own. Okay? And when you do that, you become irreplaceable, being authentic, being one of a kind, like that singular fingerprint that is like no other, not even the 4 other fingerprints on your hand. You become irreplaceable. When you're a copycat, that's when you're replaceable. Copycats are replaceable because they come a dime a dozen. There's nothing unique about them. They're not singing a new song. It's the same old, same old. It's like everybody dressing the same, talking the same, looking the same, breathing the same. It gets boring. It's like, what's next? Or next type of thing, There has to be something more. I've seen that before, been there, done it. But when you are unique unto thine own self, when you showcase and exemplify and express your unique your unique abilities, talents, and skills, you are irreplaceable. It's refreshing. It's like a breath of fresh air. Like, wow, that's what I needed. Not another copycat, not another cookie cutter, makeshift type of person, but someone who owns who they are, bravely accept their kinks and their quirks and own it. Okay? Walk through life with it confidently, being who they were designed to be, not wanting to be like someone else or take over somebody else's life or identity or gifts or blessings or whatnots. That is psychosis. That is sociopathy, because it all will boil down to the worst of all things in your life will unfold. So it's best to be yourself because it's beautiful. In fact, everybody else is taken, so you might as well be you. You know what I mean? That is an exceptional beauty, to stand out, not to fit in. That is where your value is seen and thus appreciated. So just be mindful of that. Stand in your own power of who you truly are. Don't walk around life wearing a mask, pretending you're this person or that person, or wanting to do what you saw someone else does because you feel that you can do it better than they. There's no way you can be better than who someone was designed by God to be. You cannot outshine a person's own authenticity. You can only shine in your own light of your own gifts and talents and skills, and that's what makes you beautiful. Trying to be someone else makes you ugly. And every time you pick up that mirror and say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Your jealousy, your hatred, your envy will make the mirror say Snow White. Because why? Her heart is pure. She's embracing herself. She's being herself. She's being true to herself. She's being authentic to herself. And people see that pureness shines through and love on her. Appreciate it more than you can even understand, apparently. And this is why you are wanting to be someone else. This is why the Snow White effect is a problem in people's lives. Because they're too busy comparing and contrasting themselves to what someone else look like or what someone else has, instead of appreciating what they look like and what they have, and enhancing and nourishing those things so they can become more of what you desire, instead of going after somebody else's stuff. So I believe that wraps it all up. Today's it's a little short but sweet one, and I hope you can draw from it something that will help you embrace who you are as a person, okay, so that you can nurture and water those roots within yourself so that something beautiful can blossom from it, just like the other person, you know, or close to. It won't be exactly the same. You can't have exactly what someone else has, because your story, okay, isn't written the same. It's all different, just like our fingerprints, all different, unique unto thine own self. Appreciate it, embrace it, so that you can bring out the best in you, not the worst in you, when you go around trying to be someone else. That's an ugly thing. Being yourself is beautiful. So be yourself. All right, folks. That's all she wrote on today's topic. And until next time, oh, before I go, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss another video. And until next time, be good to yourself and each other. Ciao. Adios. Au revoir.